Alright, so I just did a video going over the CC of pretty much, the meta units or the most used units in the game and stuff like that. So we took a look at CC. Now we're gonna take a look at this scoring evaluation that Game with JP has. I don't know what exactly goes into the scoring. I'm assuming the performance of the unit, the kit, and everything in between. So we're just gonna take a look because it is interesting. I want to see how JP players think, because there is a difference between JP players and global players. I'm not even memeing, there is a huge difference. You can see it in tier list, you can see it in performance, you can see it in a lot of things, right? Even team building. So we're just gonna take a look and see what JP players think about certain units and stuff like that. But before we get into it, guys, be sure leave a like and subscribe to the channel. At the time of recording, I am at 5.79k subscribers, so you guys have been killing it. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with any video that I post and put out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this evaluation score. So obviously Elizabeth is a 10. That I mean, she's the newest unit, right? They got top grossing because of her, so she's a 10, which makes sense. Rimuru is a 10. Red Tarmio is a 10. Queen Diane's a 10. Meliodas is a 10. King is a 10. Lilia is a 10, which is interesting. It's interesting, okay? It is interesting. OG or Festival, I keep saying OG. Festival Ludo is 10. Bond is 10, and then the 1 is 10. So this is interesting, right? I agree with this. Lilia, I feel like she can be a 10 because you don't necessarily need to run Kyo next to her, right? But you do need a debuff support, whether it be Green Sario or whatever the case may be. You're going to need debuffs for her, which can hold her back a little bit. But I feel like in certain situations she can be a 10. And also, if you guys want, you can score. You can score if you want. I don't have an account, so I'm not going to score. But you can if you want to. All right. But yeah, it's very interesting. The 1 being a 10, I'm assuming this is including PvE, right? So if we're including PvE, I would say yes, because in PvE he is pretty good, right? I think he's even better in PvE than he is in PvP a little bit, but that's a whole nother discussion. So I could see it. I definitely could see it. I mean, all these units are graded fairly. And Rimuru, while he's not great in PvE, he can be, right? He definitely can be, and where he's used at is PvP anyway, so it doesn't matter. In PvP, he's a god, right? He is just a god right now. So yeah, definitely could understand these units. A lot of people have been, I feel like a lot of people have been underestimating Full Grown Wings King, which makes sense. His thing is pretty much just DPS. He doesn't have much else other than that. Yeah, he creates a shield, but he creates that shield based off damage. So, and if you're running the units that we have nowadays, they can either one-shot him or just cuck him by attack disabling, Summer Merlin, or just do something that prevents him from attacking or whatever. So I can see the argument to be had against him being lower than a 10-point evaluation. But in PvE, he's good. So yeah, because this is not just PvP, this is PvE as well. So keep that in mind. Same thing goes for Margaret. Bond is pretty much it's gonna be meta for some reason in PvP. So yeah, not use him a lot outside of that, but you can. All right, 9.5. Now this is where it gets a little interesting, right? Elaine is up here, which she is good. I don't want people to just go crazy in the comments. She is good for fairies and stuff like that, but not I wouldn't say 9.5, maybe an 8 in my opinion, but I could be wrong. But I think she's definitely not a 9.5, being really honest. So all right, Terry, I feel like Terry is a 10, but in PvP. But see, that's the thing, you can use him in PvE too. I feel like he is definitely a 10, which is crazy because he has 9 points, 9.2. Green Star has 9.7, but I feel like a lot of people would agree with me in saying Terry would do a lot better than Sario in most cases. So I don't know. Again, JP, I got that global mindset, so we'll see. We'll see. Festival Gother, 8.4. Hey, I mean, I can understand it. You know, like I said, a lot of people underestimate or just undervalue Gother, which makes sense. Cusack has more. Cusack has more than Elaine has more than Gother in terms of point value. Okay. Okay. He's still at a 9.5 though, so I mean it's okay. Summer Merlin 9.5. Trying to think of this from a PvE perspective too, because in PvP she's definitely insane. It could be that a lot of people just don't have her or something like that. Okay, let's keep going. Arthur and okay. Usopp. Okay, I can understand that. Zeldris. Understandable. He's definitely not a 10. Merlin. Understandable. I don't necessarily think Merlin is a 10 anymore either. Salt Melly. A lot of people are probably going to be salty about Assault Melly being at a 9.5, but I feel like personally he can be, but for the most part he'll probably be like at an 8. Yeah, an 8. Red Sario, okay. So there's a lot of 9.5 actually, like a lot. Ooh, this is bold. This is bold. Putting Green Gother in 9.5, the fabled Green Gother. Nah, I'm just fucking with you guys. Nah, yeah, he's good, but he has fallen off a little bit. Yes, he does have a very good passive. He can rank up, but he's squishy. His CC is falling below the times. You're not really gonna be able to go. I don't want to say you're not gonna be able to go first, but if some people are running a better meta team, you're not going first with Gother because his CC is really just that low. He does have a Holy Relic, but it's not gonna help him because his substats suck. His substats are the same as this Red Gother. You got to remember that. Red Gother is a start of the game unit. Green Gother has his substats and stats, so keep that in mind. Kyo, okay, 9.5 for Kyo. Or yeah, I can see that 9.5. Yeah, for sure. Goddess Elizabeth. I feel like a lot of JP players still to this day really do use Goddess Elizabeth. So you can see that they really love Elizabeth. I did not think they loved Elizabeth as much as they did until we hit top grossing. Crazy. All right, so 9. So Brynhild just came out, so I don't really know too much about Brynhild from what I've seen so far. I don't even think I would put her at a 9, like, just to be honest, right? Even in PvE, because the argument to be had with some of these units, right? PvE, they're exceptional. Tarmiel, not so much, but you can use them. You can use them, but for the most part, you know, most of these units are either really good at both or really good at one. And Brynhild, I don't know if she's even good at like PvP, because you're not using her in PvE. You're not using her in PvE. I don't think so. PvP with Ragnarok units, she's presentable. Like she, you know, you might be able to do some work. 4v4, she's gonna be great because you have all 4 Ragnarok units with her build on the same, you know, on the field, right? 3v3, you're not getting much out of her. And her charge skill sucks ass. Charge skill is such a bad effect. It is horrible. I hate charge. I actually hate charge on a skill. Back in the day, it was powerful, but yeah, not no more. All right, so then we got Mono. Fair. Mono's pretty good with the right setup. She's actually pretty solid. Shuna, much as I'm not a big fan of the unit, I gotta give her props. She can be useful in PvE because of she has basically the same whatchamacallit, Holy Relic as Magelda, but instead of increasing all stats, she just increases Pierce rate, and she removes 1 debuff. She also can heal and stun, so I gotta give her props where it's due. She's really good on an unknown team. Melaskla, actually a unit I don't have, but I do know that is very good. You can even use her in PvE because of the way her passive and her barrier works, so you can use her. Scotty's good for demonic beast. There's nothing else to be said about that. Like, if you're good for demonic beast battle, you're gonna have a high score. Like, you are. Like, that's just it. Like, again, Escanor up here, 10. Demonic beast battle, you can use him. Who else? Trader Melee, obviously the best unit in the game. I think you can use Elizabeth. I haven't seen anyone use Elizabeth, and I haven't really used her myself, but I think you can use her. Deanne, again, solid. Like, if you can use them in demonic beast battle, they're gonna have a high ranking. So just keep that in mind. Scotty, Matrona. Awakened Easton is actually pretty surprising that she's up here. I'm actually pretty shocked. She might go down, but I'm actually pretty shocked that she's up here. Not gonna lie. But okay, sure, whatever. I'm not mad about her or anything like that. Just genuinely surprised that she's up here. Brynhild, you see it. Not a huge fan of this Ragnarok Deanne, but I mean, sure, whatever. Most of these units, like Red Easton, are a little surprising, but most of these units, I mean, I could definitely see Red Lilia too. Again, JP. This is JP, so I could be wrong. Omega Rugal. Much as I do personally like the unit, I think he's not a 9-point unit. Like, no, Ludo in PvP built up completely, maxed out, everything is definitely a 9. For sure. Not even gonna argue that one. He is definitely a 9. No doubt about that. Okay, let's keep going. So then we have Droll. Okay. Lost Vein. How many 9s do we have? A few. Alright, oh, this is getting pretty weird now. Millam's not a 9.5. She's a 9. So they're putting Millam. This is voting, by the way. It's not like one person's doing this. This is all votes on JP's side who's using the site. They're putting Millam with Valenti and Fighter and Escanor and Merlin, backline Merlin. Yamungar's at 8.5. She's a demonic beast unit. You know what? I don't even think, is Magelda here? And jeez. Okay. But like, this is the biggest problem that I have with this right here. This trash can is an 8.5. Can we look at the reasoning for this? Is there actually a reasoning for this? I have to see this. She's an S in she's an S in PvP. Is there an explanation? Where is this? Debuff skills that limits the action of us. Only one enemy, by the way. No. This can't be real. Not be real. Where is she being used? Not in here. Yeah. So I'm taken back. I actually am pretty taken back by that. That threw me off a little bit. All right, let's. I also want Hawker up here. I didn't even. What did it? Oh, okay. They were set. I was gonna say, because I know damn well. All right. Okay. Sure. So then we got Ragnarok Bond. Ragnarok Bond is 8.5 in the same tier as Ragnarok Merlin. Okay. Magelda, okay, 8.5, another Ragnarok unit, sure. Ayuri, 8.5. I guess I could see that, sure. I think he's like an 8, maybe even a 7.5, but that might just be me like being a little harsh on him. This is Halloween Slater. Okay, I don't know too, like, to be honest, I don't really see much people use him, and I don't know too much about his kit and everything. Well, I know his kit, but I don't know like his team or whatever, but okay. Yeah, I don't even, like, at this point, like, we just go through this, and some of these units are ranked like accordingly. He definitely is not an 8.5 at this point. Red Glocks is up here, okay. Red Melaskula's up here. I mean, for tower, I guess, like, I guess you could make the case for some of these units being used in tower, but okay. All right, let's keep going. 8s. Okay. Blue's Elders is an 8. We're done. We're done. we're done. Let me just, I just want to see personally where they have some of these units. Blue Slater is an 8. Okay. Sure. The fact that she's up here, I mean, for Guild War, yeah, she's good. Will is at 7. Beatrice, who's ranked bad? Who's the worst ranked? This makes sense. This also makes sense. Okay, see, now we're making some goddamn sense with the lower tiers. But you know, some of those high tiers, I don't know, man. What JP be moving different, because I know damn well on global, Ragnarok Merlin is not good. I know for a fact Will is not good. I don't know. JP players must be moving different. I don't fucking know. But hold up, let me see, because this got to be a joke. Hendrickson 6, Bat King 6. This is Halloween Melee 6, Red Monspeeder 6. Okay, yeah, okay, I can see this. I can see some of this. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. I don't really care about the 6 and 6.5s. You know, they're around the same tiers. Okay. Why the fuck isn't Ragnarok Merlin below like idiot? Okay. He should be lower. She should be lower. She's fine. I got you should be lower. You should be lower. You should be low. Like, yeah, just. Who's at 8, man? Let's just get it over with. Who's at 8? Is this out of 10? So the lowest you can go is 5. The lowest you can go is 5, and Bond's at an 8. There actually is no unit at 5, which is kind of insane to think about. There is no unit at 5. The lowest goes to 6 at the moment. I'm gonna check this out in like maybe like 2 months, 2 or 3 months. I want to see like if this is making more sense. My God. I mean, it is interesting though, right? It is kind of interesting to see this, because you can score whatever you want, right? I don't have an account, so you can score, and you guys make this list basically. But damn, I'm surprised at some of these. But all right, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. As always, you guys already know, I will see you all later.